What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia. And before I tell you guys what's going on in gaming news, I must address this because when I saw this Star Wars Rogue One trailer, my reaction was not the one I actually wanted, i.e. happiness. Now, I know a lot of people were excited about the Star Wars Rogue One trailer. If you have not seen it, go watch it and then come back to this video and you will see why my reaction is the way that it is. Now, I do enjoy a good Star Wars film. As you know, I am a fan of Star Wars. Even got them on a VHS. Yeah, that's right. VHS. I got the Blu-ray back there. It's right on top of the refrigerator right there. But this trailer for Star Wars Rogue One, it seemed very like Hunger Games-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Hunger Wars movie is what this is turning into. At first, when it got started, okay, cool. They talked about this chick named Jean S.O. And, of course, she is very British sounding, of course. You got to have those. You got to have Australian people because you can't have American people acting in movies anymore. That's a story for another day. But when I saw her character and how it got started, she's walking and she's in handcuffs and they're like, oh, you're on your own since the age of 15 and you got no life and your parents abandoned you. So some random stuff is always happening in Star Wars movies where apparently no one wants their kids. Okay, we got the whole entire Luke, Leia thing and then, it just keeps on going with this Ren chick and it just never ends with these orphan kids who just seem to be so awesome that their parents were like, I gotta get rid of this crazy ass kid. And so, of course, she's kind of a semi-badass and, she's getting told that, she's wild and reckless. And then they hit me with the most cringeworthy soundbite I've ever heard. It's just like, this is a rebellion. That's what I do. I rebel. I was just like, who wrote this? No, seriously, who wrote that line? It was just like, let's write I rebel. Obviously this is a total rebellion, right? So, she's got to rebel while she's rebellion. It's not enough that people are trying to take over the galaxy, but you got to have her rebelling and stuff. You know what? I had high hopes for this whole entire trailer. When I saw it, I saw some things that were slightly disturbing. Of course, you got to have her future love interest. Obviously, i.e. the Hunger Games is. He's just sitting there looking at her like, I'm going to get with you and warm your heart with my awesomeness. Very Twilight vampire. Sparkly Maybelline, anyone? Yeah? Maybe you've seen it? They also went down a line and showed that they had Forrest Whitaker in the movie. He's an American. I'm cool with that. He's saying random things like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Who are you going to be? What are you going to do? And I'm just like, wow, they got Ghost Dog in Star Wars, but you got to have at least one black guy in a movie. Something. They also went down a line and they showed, probably Snoke. I'm guessing that might be the Snoke-esque character that they have. He actually looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. Other than some points in this trailer where I figured that it was kind of poorly acted, but at the same time, I do still have high hopes for this movie. And when I also watched some other portion of the trailer, i.e. you got a bunch of stormtroopers, they're waltzing around getting blown up, and everyone's just like, poor stormtroopers, they're so underpaid. They always get blown up, and they're just like, I'm stormtroopers. I'm like, they're not even scary now because they're just like there. They're literally just there. So the story looks like that her mission in life is to basically infiltrate the Empire and go into the Death Star and get the plans for it, figure out what it is and how to destroy it so that everyone can make this happen. Now, of course, this is supposed to be happening before a New Hope movie actually came out, the first/fourth Star Wars, and she's supposed to go in there and get all this information, right? And you can see that, of course, they get captured and all this other crazy stuff is going to be happening. But where I'm starting to get slightly annoyed is when people start to leave the Star Wars world because, of course, you had no lightsabers. So obviously this is going to be no Jedis allowed. You're also going to have Darth Vader, who's supposed to be in this movie, but might not be in the movie because they didn't even tease him to make you want to see the movie. You do have no Emperor Palpatine because he's supposed to still be there. And at the same token, you find yourself wondering, what is this right here? Anybody remember the AT-ATs? They actually came out in The Empire Strikes Back. It was very shocking because they're somehow amongst them, but they weren't there yet. And now I know people are like, oh, yeah, they were. I remember The Empire Strikes Back, and when they saw it, they're like, oh, what are these tank things? Our blasters can't destroy it. And Luke had to wrap the little cord around the feet and make it fall. And it was just like, and they were inside of it like, ooh, we'll show them in our new Gucci tanks. These are things that are like Versace. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that Walmart brand tanks, and we got the Versace tanks. And so I find it shocking that this tank somehow made it there before A New Hope even happened. This is shortly before Leia had to come ask Luke and everyone and Obi-Wan for help. So I don't know why that's there. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But to me, this movie seemed very Hunger Game-ish. I would actually prefer Jar Jar Wars. I want to know about his story. Everybody loves Jar Jar. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm still going to go see it because I have no choice because it's Star Wars. And so I must see it. It is required by law. I don't know why. So we're going to watch it, and hopefully it does not suck. Hopefully it does not suck. All I ask is that they give the movie a purpose, a reason for existing. We don't need to know all this, but okay, fine. I'll play along. Now, moving on from that, let me tell you guys what's going on in gaming news right now. So Bandai Namco has teased some big Dark Souls news tomorrow. They did post a tweet saying we have some big Dark Souls news for tomorrow. Stay tuned. I know a lot of people are actually hoping it's going to be like a Dark Souls remaster because we just love remasters. We love seeing what we already just saw because we haven't seen it because we already seen it before, but we need to see it again. Seen it is a big word today, people. Seen it. Now, moving on from that, we all know about Gears of War, that, of course, the game is going to be launching on October 11th. But the Gears of War team has decided that they're going to announce another major Gears of War 4 announcement, and it's going to be coming in the next couple of days. They do have a countdown on their actual website that says 3 days, and so no one knows what this one's going to be about at all either. Apparently, people don't want to tell us what their announcements are. They just want to announce that they're going to announce something, so beware of the announcement as it comes. But in keeping with the whole entire Gears of War 4 news, it does appear that Gears of War 4 beta that we're all going to get to play is going to be 1080p on Xbox. 1080p on Xbox. Xbox, people. Xbox. So yeah, Rob Fergusson, the studio head, did come out there and he acknowledged the tweet when he was asked. I heard Gears of War 4 beta is going to be 720p. Is that the one we're going to play? He did reply saying, no, the beta is not 720p. It's 1080p. Come on, this is a big deal, people. 1080p on Xbox One. On Xbox One. That doesn't happen very often. So we all know that he is shooting for 1080p, 30 frames a second. At least he announced that last month. We all know that right now that the campaign is supposed to be 1080p, 60 frames a second for his multiplayer component. And they did say that early access beta will begin on April 18th for the Gears of War Ultimate Edition owners. And basically everyone else is going to get a chance to play it on April 24th. I actually do like Gears of War, so I'm a big fan. So hopefully this one can actually look as good as it possibly can because 1080p, 60 frames a second just on Xbox One. Xbox One, people. Xbox One. Now, that's all the news I got for you guys right now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll holler at y'all later. Thank you guys for watching my whole entire episode. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button, and after that, go to my StonefoxMedia store. Get cool things like shirts, iPhone cases, you name it. Even got mugs. There's nothing in them.